Hey, it's J Foss. I'm back to talk about the new Three Kingdoms 4-star heroes. Starting with... By the way, I'm going to butcher all of these names, so I apologize. Starting with Shangyang. We'll just call her Sun, because I'm sure that was awful pronunciation. First of all, here's the family bonus. Nothing too drastic, especially compared to the more modern family bonuses, but every little bit helps. By my count, there are 31 red 4-star heroes and variants. And Sun ranks, her attack of 782 ranks second. Her defense of 554 or 545 ranks 27th. And HP ranks 14th. So very, very good attack, terrible defense. We'll say average HP for compared to other red 4-stars. Getting into the special, she's average speed. She does 280 to the target and minor to nearby. In terms of how that compares, it's pretty good. I mean, so it's going to be less than Cillian, the red slow 4-star from Slayers. But in general, it's considerably higher than Gormak, Guardian Falcon, and Scarlet. So pretty good damage for hit 3. Again, it is minor to nearby, but it still comes out pretty high compared to the other 4-star hit 3s. Just behind Cillian for red. Now, the second part of this special is arguably the more important part of the special, in that minus 44% defense and a further 4% increase every time they're hit for 3 turns. I believe in beta this went up to 68. I did check with one player before making this, and he believes it's still 68. I didn't get this hero, obviously, but otherwise I would know for sure. But either way, it's going to be pretty high minus defense. Now you factor in that very high attack. It's actually the second highest attack among all 4-stars of any color. So you have a massive, massive attack. Definitely a factor for the Green Titan. Just day-to-day fighting the Green Titan. And if it does actually go to minus 68%, that is a huge percent of minus defense. Now, I think that's her main thing, but could potentially sneak in events. I think it will be a little tough because the shared damage is so important, but the defense is so high that, and the attack so high that she may get into events. And I can definitely see her for the epic events taking the spot of Scarlet, for example, because similar attack stat and a big minus defense here. In terms of the tournaments, for Bloody, I think it's kind of a risk-reward. You know, the defense is low, but the benefit's so great with decent special skill damage, decent attack, and a gigantic minus defense that you might be able to use her in Bloody, and she doesn't particularly give any buffs. But even in Rush, potentially, that minus defense is so big. And it's decent damage. So I think this is a pretty good 4-star overall to level. I wish I got her. I didn't. Maybe I'll try again before the portal closes. But definitely one worth picking up and leveling. Could even potentially see using her in War as a 4-star. Again, though, that defense is very worrisome if you're bringing her against 5k teams, but overall, excited about this one. Next, we have... Oh, here we go. Joyou. Joyou is a Another red 4-star. As I said before, by my count, there are 31 red 4-star heroes and variants. His stats are 638 ranks 16th, so in the middle. 670 ranks 12th among the 31 red 4-stars and variants, so just barely above average. And HP of 1335 ranks 8th, so pretty good HP. Getting into the special skill, 355 damage to the target. Pulling up 4-star red snipers. So this is pretty good. I have him at... I have that damage higher than Eikboborg, although Eikboborg is the red 4-star from Circus, but he is fast, so that's an important distinction. Higher raw special damage than Lancelot and Sumitomo, and I have him, it's like almost identical to Khalil with a costume bonus, so not wearing it, but just regular Khalil with the costume bonus. Now, in general, I would have liked a little more for average. Looking at something like Bloody Battle, I think I'd rather have Eikboborg from Circus because he's fast and does almost as much damage. But he could definitely be used in Bloody. He summons a minion for each ally, but it's only 8%, and each minion hit gives a burn. So, yeah, definitely could be a factor in Bloody Battle. I don't really see this as one of those breakthrough heroes that can be a 4-star that performs exceptionally well at high-level war. But, you know, I wouldn't be disappointed if I got him. It is decent damage for snipe, but I think whenever you have a situation where the hero is average, excuse me, and when a hero is average and you have fast heroes that do as much or more damage, that's a little worrisome to me. So decent damage, probably good and bloody. Minion to all is nice, but I don't think this guy's changing up any 4-star events or tournaments drastically by any means. All right, next is Xiahou done. I'm sure my pronunciations are like not even close. Anyway, there are, by my count, 25 4-star ice heroes and variants. This guy's stats 640, ranks 16th of 25 for attack amongst those blue 4-stars and variants. Defense is 746, and that ranks 6th, so good. And HP is 12th, so about average. Now we do have fast, which is great. 355 damage to the target. And this is pretty good. It actually comes in almost identical, but just fractionally ahead. Yeah, almost identical to Joyou, the last one I mentioned, but this guy's fast, so even though that was a red and this is a blue, comparing those two, it's kind of like, well, I'd rather have the fast one because you can't put a mana troop on a 4-star in a tournament. So love the fact that he's fast. The snipe is very good. For blue, he is ahead of everyone but Triton. So he is ahead of, if Captain of Diamonds just hits a random enemy with no minion, he's ahead of Sapphire Charge 1. ahead of all versions of Sonya for raw damage, and ahead of Valeria, who's the Halloween hero that no one ever uses. So Triton's a little bit higher, but not by very much. It's pretty close. So you can think of it hits almost as hard as Triton. Now, summons a minion for a caster nearby, so 3 minions is great. And each hit dispels buff. So I love the 3 minions for Bloody, and I love fast speed for Bloody, and you know, you get the minions that dispel the buffs. You know, that's good for buff booster tournaments. So I think this guy's gonna be pretty solid. His attack stats a little too low, probably for events, but for just day-to-day tournaments with the 4 stars, yeah, I could definitely see that this guy's gonna be a pretty good addition. Now the last of the 4 stars. Wang, Yuanji. By my account, there are only 22 4-star yellow and variants. Of those 22, her attack stat of 674 ranks 8th, so solid, above average. Her defense is 2nd, behind only Hu Tao wearing costume. So pretty good defense. Oh, it's also tied with another one, but pretty high defense, 2nd overall for 4-star yellow, and HP 14th, so a little below average there. Now, obviously, slow is always going to be an issue. So her special destroys all fiends and boosts health of all allies by 625. So I don't think this one will be particularly useful. It won't be useful in Bloody. I don't think this won't be particularly useful in buff booster, which leaves Rush, and I don't think there are enough fiends at the 4-star level for this to really overtake a already very crowded 4-star healer field. This is a giant heal. This is a good heal, and it's boosted health. And, you know, maybe you run into some fiends in Rush, or whether it be a tournament or war, and you may pull her out. But with 4-star yellow healers already having DeAndre, who's great and can 9-tile charge in war, and with a level 23 mana troop, DeAndre can, and then Lady Woolerton, who's fast. Not to mention Golden Bursty, who's quite popular and has some synergies with heroes like Gazelle. I don't really see a major place right now. Now, if the Rush meta changes around a bit and fiends become more prevalent, let's say the Slayers get a buff and that purple Slayer is more relevant and the fiends become more relevant, I could see it. But right now, I honestly think you could make this hero average speed and it would be balanced as is right now. So not super high on that one. I do love the artwork though on this card. But anyway, that's the 4 stars, the new 4 stars from the 3 Kingdoms. Thanks for watching.